Are you finally ready to turn your teaching skills into an online profitable business? In today's video, I am breaking down the exact steps that helped me leave the traditional classroom and create a thriving online empire. Whether you're just starting out or you are looking to scale, this guide will walk you through it step by step. Stick around because I'm going to share with you the number one mistake to avoid that will save you months and months of frustration. I know the challenges of moving from traditional teaching to online teaching firsthand, but I also know the incredible freedom and income potential that comes with it. So today I'm giving you a step-by-step roadmap on how to build your online teaching business from scratch. And trust me, you do not need a tech expert to get started. Hey, I'm Ashley Espinosa. Welcome back to my channel where I help educators navigate online teaching with confidence and ease. First things first, we need to talk about your niche, niche, however you like to say it, but I like to say it niche. Just sounds so fancy, right? What subject, skill, or expertise do you bring to the table? Your niche doesn't have to be broad. You don't have to encompass every single thing that you did when you were a teacher at an institution. In fact, the more specific, the better. This helps you stand out amongst the crowd of online courses, programs, coaching, businesses that are out there, and helps you attract the right type of client for you. Think about what questions students ask you for, or what colleagues ask you for, or your friends, or people that you run into that find out what you do when you're teaching at this institution, and then make a list of what they ask you. What are the typical FAQs that you get asked in your industry? And that could be a good way of finding out how you can help people that maybe you haven't discovered just by teaching at institutions. It's a great clue to your niche. And this really did take me quite a while to understand. When I left academia in higher ed as a professor for almost a decade, I taught musical theater and theater. And so when I started teaching online and creating my own curriculums and courses, the way that I'm describing to you in this video, I started out just teaching what I was teaching at the college level: musical theater performance, how to act a scene or monologue, how to navigate auditions, which then started to shift into the career that I'm working in right now with most of my clients, which is career coaching, figuring out how to navigate this business, both emotionally and just the information and the knowledge of having a career in the musical theater industry. Then that even led me to helping people build online courses, which helped me to having a YouTube channel, which helped me to working one-on-one with all kinds of people in this industry in different ways. But I started out with my one niche. So you don't have to go broad. You can stay really specific and focused and let that be a guide to perhaps what it might lead you to in your online business in the future. Next up is personal branding. Now, the first thing that is going to go through your mind is like a logo or a website. No. You don't need those things to get started, especially not now with how online courses and programs and online coaching systems are functioning. I'm talking about branding in a manner of how are you presenting yourself to the world? A strong brand builds trust, it builds authority, and it helps you not only attract the right people, but for the people that really do want to work with you, not just based on your education level and how you will help them in your niche or in your industry, but also, do they enjoy working with you? I mean, ask yourself right now, why do you watch my YouTube videos? Why are you still here in this one? Why did you subscribe to my channel? Why do you follow me on Instagram or LinkedIn or social media? What is it about me? And then turn that around now. Use a little mirror exercise here if I was teaching you acting, and reflect on yourself. And this is not easy. This is probably one of the hardest, challenging parts to do. So start thinking about your branding, your messages, your values, how you really want to give people a transformation in your industry. Then you can start to communicate that across all different platforms. And every platform online is different. Every party is different. But you need to have that core value so that you can easily market yourself and the work that you want to do and the way that you work with people to find the right clients. Because people are not just buying a course or a program or a coaching session. They're buying into you. So after you settle on the first type of course and the first topic of the course that you want to teach, keep it simple. That's the best advice I can give you when you start out with this. Don't try to do everything. Don't try to launch a full-blown program the first time around, because the first time around, it's going to be a little bit challenging and new to you, and you want to give yourself the time and energy to be able to make mistakes, fail, learn from it, and grow with your online business as you learn more and develop more of a knowledge and information of what type of content you're really good at, what people want, and what people will pay you for. So now it's time to create your course. You want to deliver content that is engaging and valuable, but also very easy to follow. Remind yourself, you're teaching on your own. This is not at an institution. No one is getting a grade. There are no repercussions. If they don't complete the course, there are no consequences. And that is a big shift you're going to have to make with your students and your clients, the way you work with them. That is very different from an institution. Start by outlining your goals for this course, figuring out what modules you are going to have, how the flow is going to be created. Just like I did as a college professor, I then took that information and then reworked it, but kept that similar curriculum, reworked it so that anybody could follow it that was specific to the type of client that I was marketing this program to. And you want to be specific about that. Be very clear of what you are teaching in the program, what they're going to get out of it, just like we have SLOs, student learning outcomes, in institutions. We want to tell the client, this is where you're going to be by the end of this course. And remember, it's not just information, it's transformation that you are offering in this course. Stay super, super organized when you are doing this, because the more organized and structured you are, the easier it's going to be for the student to know the flow, know what's coming next, and to feel confident that you are taking them on a journey in this course. It will also make it easier for you to scale later on, and I'm going to describe that in the upcoming steps as well, because you probably won't just have one course or one program or one coaching system. I don't, but you have to start with one. There are different platforms that you can use out there. Some of them are more robust. Some of them are very simple. I'll be very honest with you and transparent. The first course that I ever launched was a month-long course. I ran it from Zoom and from Google Drive. That was it. I literally had my Zoom, my own personal Zoom account set up, ready to go. That's how I ran the classes. And then I used Google Drive to house all of the replays, all of the content, and I would give them access to it. And that's how I ran my first course. Just basic, trying to figure out, see what works, what didn't work. I would highly suggest that you do not invest a ton of money up front. After I did my first couple of month-long courses and I wanted to do longer courses, and that led to my program, I started to shift over and test out other platforms that work. You're gonna have to find what works for you. There are platforms out there like Teachable is a very popular one that's somewhat affordable. Kajabi is the first big program and platform that I did. That's what hosted my big program. I did like it. It's very robust. It is kind of like a business in a box if you're wanting to scale. But I didn't find that it was a good workflow for me and that it reflected how I wanted to show up to my business every single day. Because when you're teaching online, like, you're running a business, creating your own programs, courses, coachings, eventually you will want something that you can literally show up to online, that you're working in every single day, that feels comfortable to you. It's your online office. And after a while, Kajabi just really didn't feel like that for me, and it didn't function the way that I was functioning with my business growing. So now I house everything on my website through Squarespace. Every single thing that I do is through Squarespace. All of my coachings, my one-on-one clients, my programs, my courses, my monthly challenges that I do, anything that I do with any clients, any course, no matter what it is, it does run through my website now, but it's going to take you a while to figure it out. Having a course is one thing, but getting clients to enroll in it, that is a whole nother side of the puzzle we need to dive into. How do you find these people if you haven't already found them in the people that you've already been connected with, maybe at your institution? A lot of my first clients were clients that I'd already been working with, and students prior to me leaving college as a professor. So you want to tap into the resources that you have, but then after a while, you are going to have to learn how to utilize social media and online marketing to get students. Social media, email marketing, and having an online website are a good place to start. You can also do what I'm doing right now, which is having a YouTube channel. I actually have 2 of them now. I started out with this YouTube channel that you're watching right now, and it was just my name. And then eventually, as this channel grew, I started to create my second YouTube channel. So most of the clients that I work with are in the theater industry, That's what I was teaching as a college professor. So now I have a whole nother YouTube channel that is just specifically for helping musical theater students move forward in their career, musical theater clients, people in that industry. And so I eventually branched off and created that channel. That channel now, as it's growing, is even attracting more students and clients into my program that I work with either in my courses, my programs, my monthly challenges that I offer, or to just work one-on-one. Building your email list is a great way to get clients as well. You can host that on your website, or if you're using like Kajabi, you could host your email list on Kajabi as well. I know social media is not like the most fun place for a lot of us to hang out, but everyone's hanging out online on social media. You just have to find the party that is the right one for you. And also, the biggest mistake I see people make is not knowing what party your clients are hanging out at. My clients that come and work with me in my program in the majority world of theater are not hanging out on LinkedIn. They're not. I hang out on there for another reason, for people like you and I. But all of my clients, I start to use social media like Instagram to get them. So that's up to you. You have to figure out if TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, anything else that's popping up now, where those folks are that are hanging out, that are your ideal clients. We call them ICAs in the business world, your ideal client avatar. Where are they hanging out? And then showing up to that party and delivering value, giving people information, giving people free content so that they get to know, like, and trust you, which is kind of what I'm doing with this video. I'm not selling you a program or course in this video, like by any means, unless you're in musical theater or theater in some way or fashion. But this is free value. I do make money off of YouTube because my channel, the one you're watching right now, is monetized with the YouTube Partner Program. But this is just one other way that I can also develop my streams of income as an online business entrepreneur. You could also do something like create a blog. It's really a wonderful idea if you are a better just writer and typer than someone that's on video and camera like this, to create some type of blog. Huge value that you can give in blogs, and it really can affect the way that your website traffic. That's what we're doing here. Anything that you choose that is best for you to start testing out, whether it's video, whether it's written, whether it's social media posts, whatever it may be for you, what we're doing is driving traffic to you, to your programs, to your courses, and then eventually to your online website, which is the base hub for your business. Pricing and scaling. This is different for everybody. I will say there is no, this is the number you must start at. My first program that I launched years ago, it was a month-long program. It met once a week, and I had a Facebook group attached to it as well. That was part of the communication that I did, again, for free. And I used Zoom and I used Google Drive, and it was a month-long course, and it was $150. And I only took in 10 people per monthly session. And then I would repeat every single month. I would have a new group of people, 10 people coming in. So if you multiply that, I mean, it's not a huge amount of money, but I had very low overhead, and I was learning and I was growing and I was figuring out how to market and also how to teach what I wanted to teach in my programs. The program I have now is very large and robust. I only enroll people certain amounts of time, but you have to figure out what's going to function for you and your program, and that can shift and turn. I will say, just the biggest advice I can give you is don't overprice your program, especially when you're starting out, but also do not underprice your program. Do not give your program out for free. Do not give a course out for free unless it is a mini course that's going to take low amounts of your time and energy. There's no money upfront that you're putting into it, and you want to test it out. That's actually one thing I started doing when I started shifting to coaching one-on-one, is I did one-on-one sessions that I would literally give people access to my calendar, and they could sign up and they could do perhaps a 30-minute consult with me. And I did that for free, just for a week, to understand how it functioned, to understand how emotionally I would be able to handle that. The tech side of it, that's an option, but do not give anything away for free at first. I know so many people that do that. Okay, free's okay if it's a limited amount of time and it's not going to take away from you growing your business, but then it turns into a hobby. And this is not a hobby. this is a business. Once you start to get maybe a mini course or a few different courses running and you're testing everything out and you're listening to your clients and your students, then you can add on to that. You can add on one-on-ones. You can add on perhaps a year-long program or a long time running program. You could do synchronous, asynchronous, but it's about getting that one program off the ground and then navigating it as your business grows with your online teaching. Before we wrap up, let me share with you the number one mistake that I want you to avoid that I see happen all the time with educators that shift to online teaching. Do not try to do everything at once. This journey is a marathon. It is not a sprint. Focus on creating one quality course at a time. Learn from it, listen to your clients, grow, make mistakes, fail, and then shift into the next phase of your business. And remember that building this online business is going to take you a while. You have to have a little patience, give yourself a little space and grace so that you can continue to evolve and grow as you start to learn how your business functions best for you and for your clients. Focus on creating one quality course at a time. And remember that building an online business takes patience and persistence. So there you have it. That is your Jumpstart program of starting to create your online teaching business and perhaps launching your first course into the world. Remember, we are here for profit. That is our long-time goal. So make sure that you are pivoting as needed and that you are adding and building and growing as you start to build this profitable online business that is uniquely yours. So if you're serious about switching from institutional teaching to teaching in your own business, this is a great way to get started. I hope this was helpful for you. If it was, give me a like, give me a thumbs up. Let me know any other questions or what resonated with you the most in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video.